Hey guys, welcome back to Home Built, and this week we're going to make the Rockster lighter and more aerodynamic by fitting a Cayman roof. All right guys, welcome back, and those who've been following will know that this is, or was, the ugliest Porsche in Australia that I bought and have gradually been turning into a track car. It's already got an Audi V8 swap. I've rectified a lot of the very ugly mods that a previous owner had done to it, including a doorstop diffuser. If you missed it, I'll put a link up above so you can catch up, and as always, subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. So today we actually have a very cool update in an effort to make this car lighter and hence better on the track, and also a bit more aerodynamic. We're going to fit a hardtop roof, which is actually a Cayman style hardtop roof. So it makes the back end look a little bit more like the 987 Cayman. This for me is less of a cosmetic thing and more of a weight saving and aerodynamic thing. So we need to remove this existing top and boot, and then have a look at what we need to do about fitting the Cayman style roof onto the Rockster. All right, so first things first, we need to remove the roof and the boot and all of these panels to get into things. So I might start with the boot because it just doesn't need to be there, and then we'll start removing the roof and that sort of stuff. From what I've seen online, it doesn't seem to be that difficult, so let's get stuck in. All right, that was reasonably straightforward, just unbolting it. There's plenty of videos online on step-by-step on how to remove the roof. And then I went further and actually undid the motors, which are just 3 bolts on either side, and the cables that were going through to the latch in the center. And there was one wiring plug on that, and that was it. Very straightforward to remove the roof. And now we need to start having a look at fitting the Cayman roof over the top and just see how it goes together. All right, well that went on pretty straightforward. I mean, it's just sitting there at this stage, but it all sort of, at least initially, goes together reasonably well. I mean, this is still like every fiberglass part. I can see that it would need refinement if you wanted the perfect road fitment, which is like, it's like everything. If any of you have used anything in fiberglass before, it always requires a little bit of massaging to get everything perfect. But in my case, it's a race car. I'm not a convertible guy, so I much prefer a hard top in any case. But for me, definitely aerodynamically and stuff, I think this is going to be much better. So, all right, now I need to start working out how it properly gets fitted on, bolted down, clamped down so that it actually seals and does what it's supposed to do. So the kit actually comes with these tabs that are designed to latch into the factory roof positions. So this is actually quite good. So it utilises the factory seal along here that you've still got on your roof. And this centre latch is designed so that you can bolt it closed. So you have to sort of unbolt the centre of the 3 bolts to actually unlatch it. So I think that's going to look good. So let's sit it on and just see if we can sort of latch it into place and see how it starts looking. All right, so like I mentioned, this is race car spec, so I didn't spend a lot of time getting this all perfectly right. These apparently vary a bit on the boxes. There was a couple of different places where they built them, so there's a bit of variation. So this requires a little bit of trimming on this corner. It's got like a bit of a flap that overhangs on that corner there. But the front is all bolted in, and what we've got here at the rear, what I ended up doing, I don't think this is necessary. This is just a quick, simple way I did it. There's a bolt hole inside the boot up under here. I put a piece of strapping under there and just a self-tapper, and that's held the back of the roof down. And the hatch actually uses the factory boot hinges. Oh, this is the one for the other side, but they bolt into the sides in here, and you actually use the factory boot hinges to hinge the hatch. So let's bolt that on. All right, that makes such a big difference to the look of the Boxster in general. As I mentioned, I'm not really a convertible guy. At least here in Australia, I know that in the UK they seem to love them. But in Australia, I always find you're either too hot or too cold, and you're always uncomfortable. And just give me a roof every day of the week. I don't want a sunroof. Just give me a solid roof, and I'm good. This looks amazing. I actually got this from Nathan, one of the viewers. He set me up with this thing, and it is fantastic. So a big thank you to Nathan. He's had a couple of boxes and didn't end up using it. So after pulling everything out, I don't actually know if there's going to be a huge difference in weight, to be honest. Because this is all double walled and actually sort of more than just a very basic hard roof, I think it's probably going to be a bit of a wash, but I definitely think the look is much, much better. It looks really good. As I said, it's good for a race car. For a road car, there would be a lot more time having to be spent trying to make this straight now. Granted, this Boxster is probably not the straightest Boxster in the first place, so you have to see how things go with this. But like the roof here is sitting up just a little bit. This sits reasonably on this side here. This is a little bit higher here than the body of the car. So if you're going to make this for a road car, you definitely want to sort of tighten things down a little bit more than what they are. There is, as far as the front edge go, again, this pulls down onto the factory seal, so the seal is quite decent there. Coming around, again, this edge is just a little bit higher. It's sort of lowish there, and it's a little bit high there, but it's not too bad. This is low and good there, and then comes up to being high here, and then it's neat with the roof, a little bit higher. So just the fitment around the place is not perfect, but again, race car, plenty good enough for me. So the next thing we need to do is start having a look at putting the windows up and doing some seals for the doors, and we need some windows in this thing as well. All right, so it's time for windows for this car, and this kit actually comes with proper glass windows. This is actually I think it might be a genuine Cayman window, probably, because making custom glass is insanely expensive, so I doubt it was made custom for the kit. This actually even has a the rear defroster in it as well, so actually pretty thorough kit that comes with it. I was actually thinking about using some Lexan sheet in the windows because I had this big piece and I looked at it, and this is actually donated by Peter, one of the patrons, who's got a very cool Leyland P76, which is an old Aussie car that was famous for being able to fit a 44-gallon drum in the boot. Unfortunately, this Lexan sheet, this particular sheet that I've got, which is the only bit I've got that's big enough, is 6 mil thick, and it's actually quite heavy. It's probably going to weigh as much as the glass almost. So I might see if I can get something a little bit thinner. But for now, I think I will actually fit the glass to the rear, and I'm going to cut up some thinner Lexan stuff that I've got enough of for the side windows. So let's start fitting some glass. All right, so it's been a week or so, and I've been trying to fit these windows for a couple of different times, pinning them down and putting them back on again. I ended up using some screws in there because they kept peeling the silicone off, just that flex, that slight curve in the Perspex, or the Lexan I should say, kept peeling them off, so that was not the greatest, but I can get in here now and... Yeah, not the greatest. The rear window, obviously it's glass, it's made for the car, is in, and that was not a big drama, but I'm going to replace that with Lexan when I get a piece that's the right size, but that will do for now. This side, again, I screwed it in a little bit earlier. I've got to clean it up, but that's fine. So the last thing I need to do is go through and put in these window rubbers, which it comes with. I just need to clean it up and glue them on. That looks so much better. The fit is not amazing, and I could get it like spot on if I spent a lot of time going through, but it's not necessary. It's a race car. It doesn't have to have perfect panel gaps everywhere and all that sort of stuff. I am overall very happy. So we are de-uglifying the ugliest Boxster every day, and there's a bunch of stuff still to come that I've just getting going in the background, so keep an eye on this. Big, huge thank you again to Nathan for the Cayman roof. Make sure you do all the things like subscribe, join us on Patreon to watch the videos a day before everybody else, and if you need parts for any of your Porsches, doesn't matter if it's an ugly Rockster, an air-cooled 911, a Macan, whatever, you can just go to PorschePartsByJeff.com and compare prices first. All right, guys, see you next time.